masterclass, we are going to go over 10 techniques that you can use, you can pick up very quickly, start to train with right away to defend yourself using your walking cane. It could be a standard walking cane, or like these, it can be a self-defense cane or combat cane. Now I'm going to show you 2 canes because I want you to see the difference. If you're trying to choose the right cane, what's the best cane to use in this 10 techniques masterclass, 10 techniques with the walking cane, self-defense techniques. I want you to see the difference so that you can make an informed decision. You can make a smart decision whether you get one, the other, or in my case, I suggest if you can, get both. But I'm going to start off with the lightweight cane so that you can see a little bit of the difference between that and this heavy-duty oak cane from Cane Masters. This is the one that's in the first link below if you're interested in looking at the prices. Good morning, it's good to see you. This one's made out of rattan, which is a grass, and it's super lightweight, and it's very flexible. Not extreme, it doesn't bend all the way, right? But it's very flexible, and it's very strong. This is almost like a collie stick or an eskrima stick in that it's super light, and it hits hard, and it's gonna create damage to the opponent. This is gonna keep you safe. Now, before we start with the very first technique, I'm gonna have it in my hand, palm up. Oh, and stay tuned to the end because I'm gonna give you your Dailychelali. So you're gonna get some bonus moves that you can use. You're gonna learn 10 quick, effective power techniques with your walking cane to defend yourself. And at the end, I'm gonna give you some Irish stick fighting techniques to use in your Dailychelali. Palm up. This is coming out of the end. This warm-up spin, this motion here, is designed to develop proprioception, or how the staff or the cane moves in space and time, plus, good morning, T, how to make your calluses grow. Adrish, it's good to see you. You need the callus in your hand. You need to have a good feel for how this moves in space and time. You're gonna bring it across the body and back. And this is not one of the 10. We're gonna get 10 techniques, 10 things you can do immediately, 10 strikes, 10 self-defense moves with your combat cane or your walking cane. And again, I'm starting with the rattan cane, which is lightweight, which is fast. This motion is just, think of a palm strike and a back fist, or a slap across the face and bringing it back. You're literally carving a sideways figure 8. Keep your stomach up and in. And since I have it here, because this is a question that you've asked me, what happens if you use the cane for mobility and you can't take your weight off of the cane to defend yourself? In that case, and this comes from our friends over in Europe and England. Oh, good, thank you. I'm glad you liked the book. I wrote that years ago, and it's now translated into a bunch of different languages. It's out of print in English though, but you can get it in Spanish, Portuguese, or whatever. This cane and this cane together allows you to take this cane up and strike for self-defense, or to practice your spinning. And then, if you use the cane to stand, shift your weight onto the other side. And then, of course, if you can't do that, don't do it, right? But if you can, that's a really good option for you to improve your mobility and be able to defend yourself. If you say, well, I need my cane to walk around with, get a second cane, walk with one cane, and put the other cane in your striking hand, your power hand, your self-defense hand, and then when you need to, shift your weight back and forth. All right, so since I warmed up the right hand, I'm gonna do the same spin in the left. I might as well do it with this oak Cane Masters cane. That's the second link below. This one, and I'm gonna tell you, because I want you to see the differences between the two. This one's heavier. It doesn't flex as much. It'll flex a little bit if you keep it oiled. It'll stay strong longer. It'll last longer if you keep the oil in it. Just oil it once a week with like boiled linseed oil, or maybe some coconut oil, mineral oil, all that works really well. This also going back and forth, and again, I like to think of it as a slap across the face and a backhand, carving that sideways, that infinity sign. So this is an endless spin. Now, you can also use these spins to strike with, right? They're also strikes. You can use it in self-defense, but I like you to use it to get your heart rate up, start to build power in your core muscles. This is gonna force you to squeeze your abdominals, your back, everything that helps you with your posture to get fighting fit and to stay healthy longer. Now let's talk real quick before I get rid of one of them. The biggest difference between the two, oh good, good morning. Yeah, that was kind of a long one, right? This is faster, this hits way harder. This one, if you're not as mobile as you used to be, you're not as strong as you used to be, you need something to quickly distract, smash, push through their face, up into their groin. We're gonna go all over all 10 of those strikes today. Plus stay tuned to the end. We've got the Dailychelali, don't forget that. This is gonna be a good option if you don't have as much strength or mobility or flexibility as you used to, or you've been injured and you're just getting it back. So start with this. This is also a great training cane. This is the one that's rattan. That's that first link below if you wanna see what it costs. I'm gonna toss that out of there because I also love to train with this cane. This is the Cain Master's cane. It's very hard. This is the second link. If it's in there, thank you. I appreciate that. You're going to go through all of your striking techniques with the heavier cane and build muscle, build strength, build capacity and the ability to create stopping power. You want to stop the threat. But I want to show you this too, because this is really important. When you're thinking about a cane for self-defense, is it a good idea? Can I use a cane for self-defense? Is cane self-defense a real thing? Does it make any sense? And the answer is yes. It's extremely smart to learn how to train with a cane. Whether you're a senior or you have some challenge, some disability, maybe you're a wounded warrior, you want to get mobile again, you want to get back on your feet, so to speak. Picking up a cane, learning how to use it for self-defense takes away a lot of the insecurity of someone pulling a knife on you because they think you're an easy target because you look like you need a cane to get around. But look at the length difference here. Look at the advantage of the cane over the knife. The advantage of the cane over the knife, number one, is you've got reach. You're gonna be able to reach out and strike, hit them. Full speed, full power, full force. And again, we're going over the techniques in just a minute. But I want you to see you have reach advantage. He has a knife, I'm gonna call him the threat. The threat's here with the knife. Your cane gets you behind. You get behind the cane, you get that difference from this. Yes, Adrish, good to see you again. This is definitely live. Now, this knife, whether it's a butterfly knife, a balisong, you asked me what kind of knife this is, switchblade, even a machete, you still have that length, that reach improvement. You have an improvement over them. Improvement, that's the wrong word, right? Reach advantage. You can hit them and they can't hit you. That's the advantage. The second thing is, this is the Cain Master's cane. All I'm gonna do later is just sand that out, buff that out. And my cane does not bleed. So your skin bleeds, they put this knife inside, you're in big trouble. They reach or close the distance. If you're trying to defend with just your hand, slice a finger off, tendons, muscle, bone and even worse, arteries. Your blood comes out, right? The blood doesn't come out of this thing. This is a piece of wood. I'm gonna throw that knife out of there. We're gonna go right into number one. The first technique I want you to learn for self-defense, you're gonna learn how to hold your cane with the crook or the hook facing away or facing behind. So the first one is gonna be crook facing away, facing the threat. And from here, I'm simply going to flick them in the groin. It's like a flick kick to the groin, but in this case, I'm using my cane. So this part of the arm is gonna come up and here, good. Looking forward to seeing that one. From here, stay tuned to the end, Sensei Emmett. We have the Dailychelali. So we're gonna have 10 techniques, but then the Irish stick fighting techniques, they're gonna be extra. So from here, you're gonna get bonus moves in this video by just pulling the wrist up and the arm up. You're now moving in two directions, right? Or two different pivot points. Pivot point one, pivot point two. Up and down. So this up and down, that creates a lot of speed and power. And then when you add that second pivot point, it becomes even faster, more explosive. We're gonna call this number one, a groin flick with the cane, palm facing out, just straight up, right? Right up through the middle. And I want you to practice with each hand. And again, if you need two canes, one to hold on to, and the other one to smash them right through the middle of the body, lift them up off the floor through their groin, use 2 canes. If you can do 1 cane, use 1 cane. So technique number 1 is that basic groin flick. From the first day you get your self-defense cane or your walking cane, you can learn this move. You can immediately go from not having any techniques for self-defense to one of the most powerful and effective and basic. Catch them off guard, and it's coming from the bottom to the middle, drop them to the ground, right? From here to here. From here, the other side, and just practice. Now, number 2 is going to be thrusting with the hook. Same position. You're just gonna pop it up. From here, you see the threat coming. Pop this up, get it in this position, and thrust straight into the face. Straight into the face. From here, pop it up, thrust. Pop it up, thrust. Practice as hard as you can and think of a straight line. From your arm, your shoulder's gonna turn, it's gonna go straight into their nose, their teeth, their eyes, their chin, their throat, their sternum, their solar plexus, into the belly button area, right into that fascia that keeps their guts from popping out, keeps them getting a hernia, right into the groin. From here, here, any of those is correct. So you feel the threat, you pop your hands up, back up, mate, and right into the face, right? And it's gonna be quick and explosive. I know, hello. That's why I said back up, mate. But it's good to see you. From here, I could sense. I knew Sensei Emmett was here from Ireland, but I knew you were coming in from England. From here, we pop it up. Straight into the face, straight into the throat. Doesn't matter where it is, but I want you to think technique number 2 with your walking cane is a simple thrust using this big knuckle, this big fist, this big, hard, smashing thing right through the middle of their body. And the nice thing about this technique is, because this is hard wood, and this is soft, fleshy body, skin, teeth, eyes, throat, this is going to smash through their face. So from here, smashing in, other side, smashing in. You can go back and forth, or you can start from the bottom, get in a better position first, smash. Start from here, better position. Let's talk about better position real quick. He has a knife. The knife is the threat. You want to put the cane between you and the threat. Make them look around the cane to try to stab you with that knife. When they're coming in, you're not going to try to block the knife and do some fancy twisting takeaway. Learn that later. But first, learn the basics. Here comes the knife. There goes this cane. I think of this as that big knuckle. It's a hammer, right? Smash that hammer straight through the nose, the teeth, the throat, whatever it is. So from here, either side doesn't matter, and then we go straight in. Don't worry if they believe you or not, Adrish, doesn't matter. Number 3, you're gonna hook. Think of, bam, smashing that quick hook punch to the face, breaking the jaw, boom, to the head, to the neck, right? Breaking the ribs, even just smashing them in the arm, hitting that nerve, like we talked about yesterday in that workout. From here, the difference is, though, you have, again, that big hook, that crook. So this is number 3, which is a hook punch, a hook. Here's the threat. It's very effective. It's very powerful. It's going to be extremely powerful for you to learn from the start. So number 1, we have the flick. Number 2, we have the thrust. Number 3, just that quick jab, jabbing. The nice thing about the jab is if you hit or even if you miss, you can always bring that hook back and rake it across all that flesh, pulling, snapping through, right? Pop the eye for self-defense, the eyeball out, the nose off, the teeth, rip them right out of the mouth. And that will happen with this hook. This is a Cane Master's cane. This is the dojo training cane. Very inexpensive. You can see it in the link, the second link below. If you're looking for prices, that's how you figure it out. It just comes through quick. You can hook the head, rip it back, but that's technique number 3. Number 4, I got them written on the board behind us. That's why I keep looking over there, is the diagonal. With the hook facing out, a diagonal strike. I'm here in this position, and I'm gonna pop it from here, boom, just straight up, straight up. See, that's like the collie thing, right? Or a screamer comes through, and then like that hook, there's the hook again, rake that across everything. Here's the threat. Back up, slide it through, slide it through. Maybe it's on the ground. Bring it up. You can hear that, right? That's bone breaking on their arm, hitting them in the head, knocking them out for self-defense. All from this position, hook facing out. So the first 4 techniques, and remember, stay tuned to the end because I'm going to show you the Irish stick fighting, the Dailychelali at the very end. But the first 4 techniques using the hook facing out, because we're going to distinguish between this position and this position. Why would I ever have the hook facing out? Ergonomically, it's a better position. This almost reminds me of a shillelagh. You know, shillelaghs are meant to be leaned upon. Irish sticks are meant to be leaned upon. So from here, we go up, we go here, you can come straight through the middle, and then you have that angular strike, and of course the hook, and with every one of those comes first time. Good, welcome Albert, good to see you. It's good to see everybody live. We're live right now. Now, the diagonal hook number 5, hook, I knew it was gonna, oh, I know what it is. Trying to read my own notes thinking, wait, what do I want to show next? I want to show you 10. I've got maybe 100, but let's start with 10. Number 5, from this position, you're going to bring it up into the other hand. Now this is a supported, think of the tonfa, the Japanese tonfa. In fact, let me grab a Japanese tonfa. I brought back something better. It's based on the Japanese tonfa, and this is the PR24, the Monadnock. That's the name of the company. PR24 was the number they gave it. Self-defense, side handle baton. Side handle baton. So this is carried by law enforcement, right? A lot of cops still carry these around the world. You can use it like this. You can use it like a hammer. It's very effective for self-defense. It's made out of this hard plastic. And there's a lot of whipping motions that can be done, right? Whipping down, whipping up, whipping down this way, and then grabbing it by the handle, supporting it, jabbing. This jab is extremely powerful. In fact, when I was in the military, we would stand on line and practice jab, step and jab, arm to arm. And the reason is riot control. They call it riot control, right? What happens if they call us out because things go crazy in the country or the city or the state and everybody's rioting? There are a bunch of Antifa thugs everywhere. What do they call those? Anarchists smashing people with skateboards and frozen water bottles and expandable batons. Yeah, they've been doing that. And then you're in law enforcement, you got your gear on, you gotta move them back, move them back. And it's really simple. Boom, boom, boom. And it's very, very effective because this supported 2 hands, your whole body is striking for self-defense. So this number 5, 5th technique, crook still facing out, and then we're gonna probably turn it around, striking here, that's 1. Number 2 is pop it up, thrust straight. Number 3 was that hook, always coming back with a strike. Number 4 is that diagonal strike. And number 5, bring it in and thrust. Thrust. Either face level, right through the face, through the throat for self-defense, through the solar plexus, into the groin, down into the private parts, and maybe it's that vicious dog right into the snout. That's number 5. We're on to number 6. We're going over 10 self-defense techniques. This is a Cain self-defense master class. Japanese police officers, to my knowledge and my what I saw when I was in Japan last time, is they don't carry them any longer, but they did. They carried the Joe often in this position. And then they have the ability to do those techniques, to do all the other Joe techniques. So yeah, they used to carry them. And it is, and you can go, look up on YouTube, Japanese police, Joe, and it'll be like 50 years old, but it's a really cool explanation and demonstration of Joe techniques that the police officers were using 40, 50 years ago. I don't think they still do, I don't know if they carry guns. I don't remember if they do or not. But I know the Korean police also carried a short stick, kind of like a yawara, the Japanese word, dongbong, like a short staff, and always had a little rope. We used to practice those all the time. Those are cool. I don't know if they carry those either. I think in the modern days, they're carrying expandable batons or they're carrying that side handle baton. But I've talked to a lot of law enforcement guys here and they say, I will not take mine out. They're afraid. Go figure. You keep beating up the cops long enough, they're gonna be afraid to do their jobs. Which is why you better learn how to defend yourself with the walking cane. That's why I do these. This is a basic self-defense tool that you're allowed to bring with you anywhere and everywhere you go. This Cane Master's cane in oak is a very good, you can carry it anywhere, especially in the United States. In the United States, Americans with Disabilities Act says you can take this anywhere. The HIPAA laws in the United States say that you cannot ask me, yeah, don't practice your blocks. Leave blocks for once you're a master fighter, think of this as online college. This is an online college class in basic self-defense. And as a freshman in online college for self-defense with the cane, you're still in a cane master class, but you're a freshman. In this online college, you've enrolled online college cane self-defense, and I want you to learn first thing is how to hit them first. First, master the technique of smash them out of your face. Don't let them get that knife and stick it in you. Create distance. Create maximum power, striking power. Keep it as simple as you possibly can. Then, when you graduate from online college, master class in the basics of cane, go to graduate school. Get your master's degree. Get your online master's degree in blocking with the cane. But not until you get your bachelor's. Get your 4-year college degree. And it's not going to take you 4 years, by the way. This online college is going to take you weeks before you have some really powerful techniques. The first day, you're going to know how to defend yourself. But 6 weeks in, you're going to be able to do it without thinking. Let's go on to number 6. I know I'm getting off track. Angle strike. Now, we've changed. The hook is now, or the crook is facing behind me. And I say hook or crook, they're interchangeable because I know that a lot of people use both terms. Some people use one term, some people use the other term. I always use both so you know what I'm talking about. From here, the hook is back. I'm going to step into the threat. The goal is the knife is there, put the cane between you and the knife. Basic principle of self-defense, get in a better position. Basic principle of self-defense. He's got a knife, step back or step in. Either way, make sure the cane is in their way. They got to look around the cane, get around the cane. They're not going to stab your cane or cut your cane. Maybe with a machete they might. But while they go to come at you, you're going to go into number 6, which is an angular strike. And I want you to think of shoulder. I want you to get tight. I want you to fight from behind your stick every time you can. Always fight from behind the cane. Walking cane self-defense, you want the cane to do the work. You don't want to risk getting stabbed, getting slashed, getting cut, bleeding because you let them get too close because your technique was too wide. Or you swing like this, which is really wide. See how I'm not behind it? It's way over there. I'm eventually going to come through the middle. But from here to here, if you know what you're doing, or even instinctively, people will step in, block that arm, and now all of a sudden your cane is useless. They're blocking that arm with one side of the body, sticking you with the other side. So from here, go through, strike in here, bring it to that other shoulder, strike through that way. So you have 1, 2. So the angular strike, both down, and then I'm going to show you how to bring it up. Angle down, angle down, angle up, angle up. Angle strikes, technique number 6. In this cane self-defense techniques masterclass, online self-defense university, online college degree, whatever you want to call it. You want to come through here to here. And the good news is you don't have to pay tuition. It's free tuition. All you have to do is watch, get a cane, and train over and over again. So from here, down and down. Think of an X coming through. Think of temple to cheek. Think of neck to ribs. Maybe they've got that hand coming in, break through that arm. Maybe you've got to go into their hips. Or maybe they're running at you really fast and you decide you're going to take his leg out for self-defense. Maybe it's multiple attackers. One's got a knife, you got multiple attackers. Maybe you hit this guy, hit that one, hit that one. And it's all the same strike. Angle, angle, angle. Now to angle up, palm faces the sky. Pull it through. Palm faces the sky, pull it through. Right hand, right side of the body, palm faces the sky. When it's on the opposite side, the palm faces the ground. And the reason for that is when you're coming up and you run into resistance, which is their body, when you hit their body for self-defense, it's going to push here. If your palm is down and you come at that same angle, you're going to peel it right out of your own hand. You've lost your cane. You've defeated the purpose of fighting with the self-defense cane. So understand when you come up, practice this way, come up, put it in the other hand. Angle down, angle down, angle up, angle up. See this hand? Always get this hand up. Guard your head. We're coming through. We're coming up, down, and then up. Number 7 is a horizontal strike. And see how my palm is facing up? It's for the same reason I said on that diagonal strike. I run into his body for self-defense. It's not coming out. My hand's through like this way. I push hard enough. It just acts as a lever, pulling it out of my fingers. No matter how strong your hand is, it's coming out of your hand. So palm up. And then palm down, coming across. Strike through here, strike through here. 1, 2. And again, keep it tight. Fight behind your hand. That's number 7, right? Yeah, 6 is the angle, 7 is horizontal, 9, vertical. I love basics. I love simple. I love what works. I love keep it. If you're gonna fight with your self-defense cane, if you're gonna do combat cane, tactical cane, maybe this is a tactical cane or a combat cane, or it's an everyday walking cane, and you're here because you want to learn cane self-defense techniques. Cane self-defense techniques, this is the master class, free online university, straight down the middle, and this hard piece of wood, this Cane Master's cane, is going to shut off their operating system, meaning you're going to knock them out for self-defense. So from here, you put the cane between you and the threat, he's got the knife, just short, fast, simple, sweet. Here comes the knife. Here comes the knife. The knife. Knife. Over and over again, right? Basic. Maybe you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in practice. Practice your techniques. Straight down. Straight down. Vertical. Diagonal. Horizontal. And then number 9. Oh, these are my favorites. Bayonet strike. Rifle butt attack. From here, supported, right? Bayonet, because it's the small end. Rifle butt, because it's that big fat knuckle. From here, smash, smash, smash. Maybe you're facing this way. They catch you off guard. They start hitting you. Smash. Or they're over here. Smash. Strike that one. Smash that one. In the fight as fast as you can for self-defense. Using butt strike, rifle butt and bayonet. It's just a two-handed strike. How's that different than this one? That's how it's different. You're pushing here, supporting here. You have more leverage here. This is a little bit less powerful, but it's powerful enough because you're using a hardwood staff and it's going to smash through. It's going to end the fight quickly. As they say, the wood seeks bone. Wood seeks bone. The cane seeks the bone, meaning it's going to compress the flesh and break the bone. Compress the flesh, break the leg. Compress the flesh, smash the neck for self-defense. Compress the flesh, it's right there. Crack the skull, turn their operating system off. Let the cops scoop them up. Let those law enforcement, the military's there. They called the Marines out in the street. But before they got there, you had to go get some medicine for your sick mom or for your wife or for your kid. And you had to walk past the Antifa thugs or the globalists. No, not the globalists. Well, yeah, they're globalists. But what are they called? The anarchists. The anarchists going crazy, trying to intimidate everybody and take some. Sons of Cain, thank you. Sons of Cain. Let me go back to Sons of Cain. This is what I learned from Sons of Cain, because those sons of Cain really know what they're talking about, because they have real disabilities, they have a real need, real challenges to use these. They know what they're talking about. Go follow their channel. If you haven't seen their stuff, go look it up. But on the Sons of Cain, oh, okay. We'll figure it out. I probably put the wrong link in. I do it all the time. I'll fix that. From here, use 2 canes. Because the question is, what happens if I can't? Oh, you're trying to get the medicine for your kid, and you use your rifle butt, you knock him out, and then the cops take him away. That's what I was trying to say. It's your right to defend yourself. That's the point. Cane in each hand. This helps you. If this is how you become, what's the word? This is how you mobile. What word am I looking for? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? You can read my thoughts. Your mobility, your ability to move around. Ambulate. That's it. You have to ambulate. You have to get around using a cane, usually. And so you're saying, well, if I do this technique, stick it in his groin, bring it across his face, smash him on top of his head, then I'm going to fall to the ground. In that case, this is what I learned from Sons of Cain. That's why I think Sons of Cain is such a great website. Sons of Cain, lean on one, smash with the other. Lean on one, shift your weight, get in a better position, strike, strike, strike with the other one so that you can defend yourself. Yes. Yeah, great guys. Love what they do. Thank you, Master Hernandez. You're right. All right. Now, if you wait for me on that link, I know you can go to canemasters.com, but this is how I'm paying the lights or keeping the lights on. The Cane Masters guys give me a small commission. So if you go through my link, they'll give you the commission. Or if you want to just go straight there, that's fine. But if you order from them, just send them a message saying, hey, I got to you from this guy. And that way I can, thank you. I can pay for the lights, literally, with what they get me. Lights, the internet. We'll keep the internet on so we can keep making videos. All right, where are we? Trying to sell too hard, right? Yeah, and the Dojo Training Cane, if you look at the first link or the second link, they're both awesome. We're on the last technique, and then we got to get into our Dailychelali. Because I said at the end, I'm going to show you those final techniques. And again, I can't read my notes, but I know what I'm trying to say. I'm like, well, bar 2 hand? Oh, I remember. We're holding it like this. They come in, stick their hand on my neck, or they just rush me, catch me off guard, because I thought I was fast, but I'm not fast like I used to be. And all of a sudden, his hands are here, or he's closing the distance, or he's smashing me. I'm going to take this cane here, from here to here. Now, if his hands are in the way, and I wish there was someone here, Master Gary Hernandez and I are going to get together, and we're going to show you a lot of these techniques in person. Right, Gary? We're going to show you the techniques, how they really work, mano a mano, man to man, person to person, so that you can see that it's not just theory. Right now, use your imagination. Hands are on your chest. You bring it down here. That puts that bar, this bar, on their nerves. Now, pressure points do work. Pressure points do work for most people. But it doesn't even matter if it's if you hit the pressure point or not, because leverage, principles of mechanical engineering are even more powerful. Happy New Year. Good. Awesome. From here, if you pull straight down, their arms are going to go like this, whether you hit the nerve and it's the nerve that does it because it hurts on the nerves, or it's just their bones are going to break if they don't bend those elbows. And you have leverage because you're in a strong position here and they're in a weak position here. So you're going to bring it down, and then the next thing and the final technique is just straight. Smashing through the teeth, smashing through the throat, smashing through their eyes, smashing through the chest even. So from here, they catch you off guard, they're too quick, you're still going to bring this here. You're just going to go straight in. When you go straight in, they're going to go straight back. And you can go here first and straight back. You can go here first and push with one hand, striking them with that hook. From here, strike with the other hand, simply turning, punching to the face, to the shoulders, to the body, and then pushing. Just get them off of you. It doesn't matter. All these techniques work also if you're sitting in a chair, if you're waiting for the bus, if you're on a plane. TSA in the United States, if you take this with you, you have to take it to the checkout. They're going to put it through, scan it, make sure there's no sword in it. Don't bring the sword kind. They don't work. Anyway, they work in that new movie. There's a new version. What's it called? The King's Man. I'm surprised they haven't changed it to a gender neutral. I'm laughing, because right? I'm not going to get into politics on this one. But the King's Man is coming out. He's doing some bartitsu, right, Sensei Emmett? And inside his cane, he's got a sword. You can't take those into the plane. You can't take them on the train. Those will be taken away. Those are seen as a deadly weapon, because they are. But this, it's an everyday walking tool. It's a mobility tool. It allows you to ambulate. You can carry this anywhere. And then strike, strike, strike. So let's review real quick. Number one, these are all first 5 hook facing the threat. We'll call this the threat. Number 1, groin flick. Number 2, pop it up, thrusting straight in. I like simple, I like fast, I like immediate, direct, and explosive when it comes to self-defense. Immediate, direct, explosive, there it is. Number 3, hooking to the head, to the body, into the ribs, right? Even into the leg. And then while you're there, you might as well rip it back and remove some of the flesh for self-defense. Number 4, that diagonal strike coming up. As simple as that. And again, there's that hook coming back. Or from here, you can go into number 5, which is the two-handed thrust. See how my palms are facing each other? They're facing the same direction like a push-up. Like that one. Either way works. This is the second two-handed strike. This is this first one. So number 5, in this position or this position, just straight in, smashing them back. Number 6, change the hook so it's facing behind you or the crook, and we have angle both down and up. I have a new friend. That guy's eyes are like this big. It's the coolest looking fly. He's been flying around here for a week, and I don't have the heart to smash it. I will. I'll get the heart, and I'll smash him the next time he lands on me like that. But I thought he was really cool. Yeah, that's the best move, right? I'll let that fly go. He's not going to live long anyway. But did you see how big he is? He's like that. His eyeballs, he's got those big red eyeballs. It's like a cartoon fly. I don't even know where he came from. It's cold down here in Florida now. It's like 70 degrees. It's freezing, right? I know, I keep laughing every time I walk out. People are wearing parkas, hats, they got a scarf on or a muffler, and they got gloves on, and they're looking at me because I'm walking around in shorts and t-shirts and flip-flops, and they keep saying, when are you going to put a coat on? And I keep saying, I'm not that tough, which you know what that means, right? It means I'm not that tough. Maybe you're just a Jesse. Yeah, it is. It's COVID fly. That's the next iteration, right? That's how it, what do they call that? Evolves. It's going to evolve. Flies are having a hard time coughing and stuff. I'm not trying to make fun. Anyway, I thought that was funny. You said COVID fly. All right. Downward strikes, upward strikes. It's number 7. 8, vertical, or horizontal. 9, vertical. And 10, boom, smashing 2 hands. 2 hands to the side. 2 hands here. Smash them off. Punch through their face, right? Pull them in. They put their hands on you. Bring it to here. Rake it in. Smash right through the face. Yeah. Not really. Sometimes. Part of it, right? All right. It's time. The Dailychelali. And I know this is the same one we've been doing, but not everybody's seen the Dailychelali yet. And the thing that I love about Irish stick fighting is there are not a lot of techniques, which fits me perfectly because it's like Hapkido Cane. We could do Hapkido Cane, Cane Fu. We can do combat cane spinning. We can do all those things, right? And they all have value and they all have merit. But it's like, what works? When it comes to cane self-defense, I don't want you to get a black belt in cane self-defense. I want you to get the ability to defend yourself immediately, as soon as possible in cane self-defense. I don't care if you have a uniform, if it has a certain brand name, none of that matters. What matters is, can you put the cane between you and the threat? Can you hit them before they hit you? Can you create distance between you and that knife? Can you destroy all the targets you're aiming at? Because you have full speed, full power, and you practice the right things. Not the fancy, intricate, twist it around, bring it down, do the hook up under the legs, pull them down. All that stuff works. I'm not saying don't do it, but That's when you go for your master's degree or your PhD in canology from the online college. But right now, it happens when I either pinch it with my toes or I put my foot under it and I flip it like that with my foot. That's something you learned a million years ago, right? You can do it. It's not a skill that you need, but if you want to, it's like those guys like flip up off the floor. If you really did that in a fight, they'd kick you right in the face as you're flipping up. It's better to learn how to push your body and get up. But it's cool. It's easy and it saves time. All right, Dailychelali, Irish stick fighting. You're gonna start in this position. And you know what? I'm gonna go back to the Rattan Cane because I like to do these with the Rattan Cane because I think this especially is a good technique for somebody who doesn't have as much speed or power anymore and just wants to leverage the speed of the lighter cane. So let me grab that cane. That's not to say it doesn't work with the Cane Master's cane. I just like the way it feels with this one better. So you're in this position. Your first technique is going to, since I don't have a blackthorn, how heavy are those? Are they light? I mean, blackthorn seems like a really dense wood, right? And especially if it still has, I'm assuming it has thorns, leave some of the thorns on it. Not the side that comes back to your hand. All right, you're in this position. Dailychelali, first technique, you're going to turn it. Now this is good. If they try to close that distance, you know how to do that. You know how to hook that through their face. You know how to punch them in the face. But I want you to flick it. Boom. Your wrist is literally just turning. See how that makes my arm straight? That's all that is. And because of the lightweight nature of this cane, it's a very fast, explosive, disruptive strike. And this is where I say, like, if you don't have the kind of speed you used to have, bam, bam, you're gonna get it here because it's a small motion, it's a small turn here, and because it's an extension of that turn, when it comes out here, all the speed, all the power is coming here. Thank you. So it's coming. Nice. Yeah, and it's going to hit hard. It's going to do everything you need it to do to defend yourself. Right, since Amit, that blackthorn cane, bam. From here, I'm going to do that twice. And then I'm going to change hands and do this one. Now, the reason this hand is here is to stop that, to create a backstop and kind of a bouncing point or a rebounding point. So from here, it's going to be faster when I hit my hand. If I just did it in the air, it's not as fast because this is doing all the work of stopping it when it comes back. This hand's here, that stops it and allows it to go faster the second strike. 1, 2, 1, 2. And the way you practice, you put your foot in front that's holding the cane with the hook. The cane goes between you and the threat. 1, 2. Focus. Do that again and again and again until that starts to become natural, explosive, and fast for self-defense. Now, this is your Dailychelali. That's the first part of it. The second part of it is going to be doing that same exact wrist turn, straightening that arm with the hook or the hammer. If this were an Irish fighting stick or a shillelagh, the blackthorn, it would be a thin piece of cane, and then it would have a knot, either the knot of the wood or it would have a carved little hammer here. And that hammer is this. You have a hammer on your cane. That's why Irish stick fighting and walking cane self-defense cane techniques masterclass, that's why they go hand in hand. That's why if we do 10 self-defense techniques with the cane, we also have to add 3 with your 3 from Irish stick fighting, 3 shillelaghs for your walking cane. Because why not, right? We don't want to let the Asian martial arts have all the fun. We know that the Irish are amazing stick fighters and use the sticks, especially the different clans, to fight each other. Probably for just reasons and unjust, and to fight against the British rule and all that stuff for just reasons and unjust. But we're not going to get political. We're just going to use the big cane there to smash through their face. Now, my right foot's forward. I'm holding the crook in the right hand. 1, 2, and I'm going to make 3. See what I'm doing with my shoulders? Reach. I'm reaching out, reaching out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And you can't see my feet, so I'm going to drop it so you can see my feet. This, I feel, is very important. I want you to see this. Hold on, don't get nauseous. Don't lose your breakfast or your lunch or your dinner, wherever you are. All right, right foot is in the right hand. I turn, 1, 2, and then on 3, see how I'm turning my hips to get that extension. Now, you can keep your heel down. You can pull your heel up a little bit, but don't overdo it. Just do it quick. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn the hips. If you are a martial artist, you'll know how to do that already. Maybe the Wing Chun guy's done. I don't know. Anybody see that one yesterday? We talked about Kung Fu versus MMA. Instant knockout, instant KO. Why does this keep happening in China? That was yesterday's discussion. I'm going to do another one of those. I enjoyed that very much because of all your comments and all of your feedback. And like I said yesterday, I'm not always right. I'm often wrong. So don't take everything that I say as the gospel truth. It's not. Factions, that's what I was looking for. Factions, yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I want you to add a final strike with this Dailychelali. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is the one that you already know from earlier, which is that boom, vertical strike. Think of that as a finishing move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish them off vertical, or yeah, straight down the middle, smashing there. Boom, 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 boom. So let's say you're not as agile as you used to be. You're not as fast, you're not as strong, but you have a cane and it's lightweight like this, or it's an Irish fighting stick, and you tell them back up, boom, 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 boom. End the fight very quickly. Simple, effective, immediate, direct, and explosive. Don't overcomplicate it with joint locks, pressure points, come along techniques, takedowns. All those are good. They all work. But master the basics. Learn how to fight for real first. And then learn the fun, esoteric, aesthetic, fancy stuff. Good morning, Wilson. You caught me right at the end. I appreciate everybody so much. Thank you. I'm going to go fix the link so that if you want to get one of these, yeah, simple basics. That's what we want. You can get that. This is the, having to use it to stand up and down. My Scottish fitness coach wore me out the other day. She had me doing deadlifts and all kinds of leg stuff. She's a bodybuilder, and I think it's funny that she's tougher than I am. See the difference? You have, yeah, the good way to put it, Wilson, thank you. Sophisticate the basics. You have the rattan, which is the grass. You have oak. You can get this in oak or poplar, but I like oak. I just like the way it feels. And it's gonna break. Neither one of these costs very much money, even with shipping. This is the Cain Master's cane. That's the second link that I'm gonna fix. And this one, that's the rattan. Yeah, I will. I'll send you that. The link, I don't have it right now, but I'll send you the link. I'll fix that real quick. Better yet, send me an email or go to pasquinelli.com, pasquinelli.com. Contact me through that contact box. Please. Yeah. No, you know what's funny about her? And she's you can look her up. Look her up on YouTube. And Jill, went blank real quick. But yeah, send me the email. And she's a fitness coach. She's an IFBB pro. Jill Dearman, Dearmin. Jill Dearman. Type in Jill Dearman, IFBB, on YouTube, and you'll see her. She's going through workouts. She doesn't have her own channel yet. And I keep saying, you need to get a YouTube channel. She's so smart, so knowledgeable, so experienced. And my wife started going to her, bam, 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 changed her whole body like that. With smart exercise, great nutrition, and she holds me accountable. And that's why I always recommend, if you can get a coach, whether it's virtual like this or in person. A coach holds you accountable in the best athletes, like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, if you're talking NBA, or because these guys all live down here. Well, not LeBron anymore, but vacations down here. But Michael Jordan lives up the street, Elon Musk lives, well, he's got a house up the street too. He comes here, and then he doesn't have a house. He comes here because they launched the rockets from here. Who am I thinking of? The golfer, Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy. There's an Irish guy. We go by his house on the waterway all the time. Serena and Venus Williams live right next door in the neighborhood next to ours. But all these people live down here, and every one of them are professional athletes at the highest level. All of them have coaches, and they have coaches for all aspects of their game. They have a mental coach, they have a fitness coach, they have a nutrition coach. If it's basketball, they have a dribbling coach, they have a shooting coach. If it's golf, they have a mental coach, they have a swing coach, they have a putting coach. They have a different coach for every aspect of the game because professionals know, and you should know this too, when you give yourself an excuse not to do something, you'll take it. Every single time. I do that. That's what I'm saying. So Jill Dearman, fitness coach, she makes me work harder than I want to, right? Which is why I pay her money to coach me, because if I don't do that, I won't grow. Always find ways to grow. Stay a perpetual student your whole life. Don't just pay lip service to that. Do things that get you out of your comfort zone. There's no growth in the comfort zone. You will only grow when you're outside your comfort zone. Thank you so much. Please put your comments in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed, I need more subscribers. I need you guys to share these if you can, if you will, if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. Comments help. All those things help this channel grow, and I really need to do that in times of COVID. Everybody's afraid to come in, so I'm really working. It's my pleasure. And again, I keep saying this lately, go to Sensei Emmett's channel. He also is a martial artist, professional martial artist. He needs to grow. He needs your views. He needs your subscriptions. So go see all these guys. Check each other out. Support each other. Make this a global community that it really is. And I'll see you guys in a little bit.